back to MTR Network. It's Kriss here. I got Phenom joining me, and Petty Krueger is joining us for this review. And today we are reviewing The Magnificent Seven. It's an action western. 7 gunmen in the Old West gradually come together to help a poor village against savage thieves. It's directed by Antoine Fuqua. Star Denzel Washington, Kriss Pratt, Ethan Hawke. By the way, good to see Ethan Hawke get some work, yo.
Some legit work, too.
Some legit work, since Bradley Cooper completely stole his entire career.
Well, I mean, Bradley Cooper is just a prettier man. So.
Well, Bradley Cooper and then, like, who's the other one? Oh, man, it's, because 3 of them.
What, Ethan, the other Ethan?
Not, yeah, Ethan 2, which is, not Ethan Hawke, it's, Colin Farrell.
Oh, Colin.
Yeah.
Colin was around before. Well, no, was he? Wait, because Ethan's old.
Yeah, Ethan's old as shit, man.
No, he is old as fuck. Like, that's why him and Denzel been acting together for so long.
Right.
They legit had, like, a 10-year reunion.
They really did.
Oh, my God.
They really did. Yeah.
When
That's
did Training Day come out?
That was 90... No. It was 2000...
I remember having it on DVD, so it was old.
2001.
2001. Yeah. My God, it's a 15-year reunion.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This explains their entire relationship in this movie now, yo. I totally get it now.
Bro, I'm telling you, when Honest Trailers does this film, it's going to be Training Day in the West or some form. I'm telling you, when they get to that, that's what they're going to do with these two.
Oh, man.
Because it's too good. It's sitting right there in your face. It's like...
Right.
Oh, it's like some ancestry shit.
Right.
Destiny for them to meet in Training Day.
Oh, man.
Ancestry or incest?
Ancestry.
Whoa. Where, ma'am?
Oh, okay.
Where the ancestry came.
Right.
Hey, man.
Ma'am.
Hey, Miss Krueger, you.
It is not that kind of movie review.
I know. I'm sorry. I misheard.
You're not sorry.
You're not.
You're not sorry.
You're not sorry at all. Anyway, this is a movie I was actually looking forward to. Especially, man, we've been having some stinkers.
You looking for? I was not looking forward to seeing this.
You really?
I'm not a Western person.
Oh.
Not at all.
Really?
No, I'm not. My dad is a huge Western person, and because of that, I am not. Spent a lot of time watching Gunsmoke and
Bonanza.
Oh my God, Unforgiven, right, and Bonanza, and just I'm not a Western person.
They used to
the only Western I liked was Blazing Saddles.
Boom. And I can do what was the one they recently did a remake of with True Grit? Like I like True Grit.
Oh, I like Django.
Wow, man, if you watch True Grit, I don't see how you can do True Grit but can't do Western because don't get me wrong, True Grit was good, but that's all fucking Western, man. Like that is.
I don't know, man, because it's the girl's attitude. Like I just liked her attitude throughout the whole movie. She was a little asshole. Like I appreciated that about her. She was an asshole who could back it up.
Because that is a fucking Western, dude. That is.
It is.
So did you see The Hateful Eight?
No, I have not seen The Hateful Eight.
Okay.
And my dad has convinced me not to watch it. As a Western loving person, he was like, "This movie is a piece of shit." And I was like, "Oh."
Well, you will love it as a ratchet motherfucker. You will adore it.
Oh, I know it's ratchet. I know. I don't have an interest for some reason. Like I have a Fire Stick and other contraptions. I could watch it. I just don't care. Like it is.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
What did you? So you enjoy this one though, right? Magnificent.
No,
Seven.
I thought this was really good. Like I've never seen any of the Magnificent Seven films, the 2 before this. And what's also funny on this week on FX's Atlanta, one of the themes was Steve McQueen, and I had no idea who the fuck Steve McQueen was when I was watching Atlanta. Because I had came back. No, I watched Atlanta and then came and went to see Magnificent Seven. So when we got on the podcast, one of my co-hosts was like, "Well, Steve McQueen, he did this movie, he did this Western, and he did Magnificent Seven."
He
and I was
did
like,
Shame.
"Oh, huh? Was he Shane?" Oh, so we don't know if he lived or died at the end. See, I know stuff about the films, I just don't watch them. Shane just riding off into the sunset, kind of leaning on the horse, didn't know if he was dead or not.
Wait, no, Shame, the one with Michael Fassbender.
Shame with Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
It's great.
Oh, I'm scared.
If she suggested
Actually,
it, you should be.
Listen, there is a magnificent sex scene.
Oh.
And Michael Fassbender is quite gifted.
Yeah,
that is all I'll say.
That is not a reason for me
I know. I'm just saying, like Steve McQueen, that was like one of his first movies. So, just FYI.
I mean, DICK, I get it, but that wasn't really why I watched. And I know Michael Fassbender's woman beating ass has a big dick.
Oh,
I just
wait,
don't
what?
care.
Wait, what? Say,
right. See, if you're going to do the research, you got to do all the background dick research. You can't just do half of it.
Hey, I did not run across this on Lipstick Alley.
Can't just do the shaft research. You got to research the balls and everything. You need to know what you're dealing with. Yeah, he has issues, it seems, with abuse.
God damn, it's always the pretty ones. Because I remember when
Nicole Bahari started fucking with him, and I think he was fucking with Rosario Dawson at one point too. If I remember correctly, there is some past there, some violent past stuff.
Go to I know we are completely off topic with this review, but we are doing some Googles right
now. Well, I didn't know Magnificent Seven was a remake.
It's a remake of a remake.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought it was amazing. Fuck the previous two.
Wow.
I don't care.
The previous two, pretty much from what I heard, follow the same structure. You know, farmers need to get a bunch of random heroes to come save them from a bunch of dirty black bandits. Not black people bandits, just they're called like black desperado bandits or whatever. Only thing I think is different is it's not actually about gold. They make jokes about is there gold here, but it's actually not about gold, where this one is legit about gold mines.
Right. Just real quick, the details reported by TMZ are pretty horrific. His ex claims he threw her over a chair, broke her nose, dragged her alongside her car, caused her to twist her left ankle and blow out her left kneecap. In addition to a restraining order, she asked for $20,000 to cover medical expenses for her injuries. Upon further investigation, the charges filed by the ex against Fassbender were dropped, according to celebrity gossip blog. A source close to the ex said she didn't want to jeopardize his career and worried that he may not be able to gain interest in the U.S. Should he have had a case on his record.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like attempted murder. The hell?
Mm-hmm.
No, that one's dead.
Well. Mr. Assassin's Peen has been ruined.
Now you mentioned that I gotta do more research before that Assassin's Creed screener comes out. Look, man. Again, we're all over the place with this review. But fuck it, you guys are gonna listen anyway. Did I tell you we got Birth of the Nation screener?
When
I knew
is
we
that?
were gonna get one.
I don't know what I'm doing with that one, yo. I still haven't figured it out, yo. I don't. I kind of want to go, but then I also know if I go.
Here's my dilemma with that, and we can get back to reviewing this movie. Here's my dilemma with Birth of a Nation. Outside of the Nate Parker situation, his past, and all of that, we don't need to go into it. I do not want to see a brutal rape scene and a slave film at the same time.
Well, apparently they cut it out.
I plan on being like 15 minutes late, so
I just don't want to see it.
Well, apparently they cut that part out anyway, but like
they cut it out. You said they cut it out?
It's not. I've seen reports that they cut the scenes out. Those rape
really?
Scenes,
so now they cut it out.
Which, like, my whole thing is this. I just know if we do the review of this movie, I'm not going to give it a score, and about a good 30 minutes of the review beforehand, and me talking about how much of a piece of shit he is, because I can't do it. So I don't know if that's something people want to. So I'll tell you what. Email us and let us know if you guys want us to review Birth of the Nation. Yeah. If you're okay
with
this.
Up on Twitter.
Do a
Twitter poll.
Yeah, it's got to be enough people. People need to be like, please go see this film, so we don't have to. Which is typically what we do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
I mean,
we need more support. We need more people for this one.
The good thing about this one is we're not paying for it, so I don't feel like I'm actually giving it any money. And like I said, I'm not giving it a score, so there's that. Anyway, okay, back to this movie.
This is the one we bring booze to, yes?
No, I can't drink and watch a slave film. Nope.
Yeah, no, I can't. Nope. I feel like your ancestors are gonna look down on you and judge you or some shit like that.
I cannot drink and watch because all of the past ghosts my ancestry, my ghost ancestors is gonna take over my body.
You're gonna end up
random people in the face.
You're gonna leave the theater punching white people in the face, like
kicking little kids in the back and everything.
To tie it into this movie, Vincent D'Onofrio's character, which is basically if Wilson Fisk was old, grizzled, and had a fucked up voice.
He was amazing. He was like a live action Jigglypuff. That shit was great.
Listen,
he sounded like Bobcat Goldthwait.
He did. She played
Grizzly Adams with the high pitched pillow soft voice. That shit was amazing.
So Vincent D'Onofrio plays Jack Horn in this movie, and let me just tell you, it is an amazing performance, and you're reminded as why you fuck with Vincent D'Onofrio. And again, he does physical things in this movie that remind you of things he did as Wilson Fisk in Daredevil. And you're just like, well, goddamn, like
the way he fights is just so good.
It's not a fight, it's brawling. How many times
did he actually use a gun?
So Chris Pratt's character, Faraday, called it right. He called him at one point, that bear is wearing people's skin.
I think that bear.
That bear's wearing people clothes.
Which was perfect.
I don't
know
how much of these lines were ad-libbed.
I gotta believe that.
They were written.
I feel like so much of this was ad-libbed.
I don't think it was. I think it was written because it was too consistent. Typically with ad-libbing, there's like a hit or miss, gauge that you can there's like a ratio of hit or miss that's pretty dead on. With this one, their one-liners were perfectly placed and went with every scene so well. Like whatever we were seeing, they fit perfectly into the scene, not just in the moment, but in the conversation in general and for the character itself. Not saying that Chris Pratt can't ad-lib, because he sure as hell can, and with his wife being Anna Faris, I'm sure they just walk around the house ad-libbing life all day. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they were. I just don't think they did. I think the script was written really well for this, honestly.
Yeah, I think this, goes back to what you were saying before about you and Western. I also think this is because I liked, The Hateful Eight, and I like other Western films. I also think this is going to sound negative, but it really isn't. This is more diet Western. Like, this is a Western film for people who don't like Westerns, but it's also good enough that I think if you like Westerns, you're also going to like the film too. Like, it does a good job of giving you a little bit of everything, but it kind of leaves out a lot of the elements that people don't like about Westerns. And it keeps it action paced.
What is it missing? Because that's what I don't like. What is it actually missing from the Westerns? Like, what's missing that doesn't make it a full Western?
No, I mean, there's not. It's just this feel. Like, there are scenes in this film that in other Westerns they're just more of the whole aspect of them being on the frontier, them being, outlaws, and there's more of those. They don't have those scenes in this film a lot. And I'm not saying that's a negative thing. I just don't. And I think those are the things that sometimes can make Westerns feel like they drag on a little bit. And just things that most people aren't interested in.
More background on each individual character?
That too. And you don't get that.
I'm glad they didn't do that.
And again,
because there's 7 of them.
Yeah, I'm saying that there's no problem with that. And you got to think about it. Oh, what is a lot of the Westerns they're long as shit. And because they do that. And this film doesn't do that. I mean, this film is very, very quick. You get in, you find out who the bad guy is, you find out what's going on, you move quickly. I mean, they don't waste any time. And then when it comes to Denzel Washington character Sam Chisholm putting the team together, sometimes you don't even know why he knows some of these people. You don't need to. You don't go into it. They just, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get them. And there's for the most part, there's not even really hesitation. Like at one point, it's like one character that has some hesitation, but you're already on some. He'll be there, and. I think you
can tell that they've been through some shit before.
Yeah, they trimmed you know what it is? They trimmed the fat. They just trimmed it down to give you, you know what it is. You know what you're here for. You know what you're here to see. We're going to do that. And they cut, and I think a lesser film and a lesser script and a lesser director probably would have made a mess out of the film doing it that way. But, and who wrote this?
I just know who directed it.
Yeah, Fuqua directed it, and screenplay was. I mean, well, there's several shit. They had a lot of writers, which usually is not a good sign. But yeah, they had like 5 writers on this, but they do a pretty good.
Keep in mind, I think they also included the original writers of the first,
okay, yeah,
previous movies.
That must be what it is then. Yeah, they did a. Like I said, I think they did a pretty good job of piecing together and giving you just what you want to see and what you need to see. You know, you don't get a lot of background on the character, but yet and still, even though you don't have a lot of background on the characters, you still care about them. Mm-hmm. You know, like we never at one point we were talking about Ethan Hawke's character, Goodnight Robichaud. We never really find out what exactly was wrong with him.
I mean, I pretty much got the gist of what was wrong with
him. No. I mean, I'm not saying you. That's what I'm saying. You get the gist of it. But in other films, they would in more Western films, they would have gone into it a lot. Mm-hmm. And again, you didn't need to do that for this film because again, that you're not here for that. And so I think that works for it.
Yeah.
You know, so and you get also the thing too that works for it better than. The remakes and the remakes of the remakes is this is a way more diverse cast.
Bruh, this was the Rainbow Coalition of cowboy films.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They had 2 white dudes and a bear on their team, and everybody else was from everywhere. Mm-hmm. They had a Mexican dude, they had an Indian guy,
Korean dude.
They had a Chinese or Korean dude, yeah, and they had a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Coalition of heroes.
Mm-hmm. You know, and again, it does things that, again, and I know the critique people give of Tarantino. Like, I still think that if Tarantino's film were made by a black guy, people wouldn't have the critiques they do. And I get the critiques. I think sometimes they're very valid, and his use of the N-word and things like that. But, you know, when you have a black character who's a bounty hunter or does this kind of stuff, during that time, there's gonna be some schism, and you're gonna see that. And I get some people don't think that maybe Tarantino has a hard on for that shit, which I don't disagree with.
I don't have that problem with Tarantino.
I don't have it either. Like, I don't have it either. I don't have it either.
Tarantino makes black films, and it's pretty dead on to how black people are treated. I find it more asinine when people assume that niggas would not talk like that in a real setting. Like, it's just like we expect niggas to not be niggas when white people writing them. And I'm like, no, that's dumb. If they can make a good film with black characters and black people in the lead parts, I'm okay with them writing shit into the script that would be said. I still don't get the Django had too many niggas in it.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Spill for saying that stupid shit. But that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. A film about a slave walking through the South, hearing the word nigger too much. What?
Again, I don't have a problem with the films
that's what we were on the census.
Right. I don't have a problem with that in the films. I do think Tarantino himself does have some fucking issues, but there's that. Of course. I bring that up because there are going to be some comparisons. I think, seeing that, and because I think what was this film rated? PG-13?
Gotta be rated R. Is it rated PG-13?
It's rated PG-13. They get away with a lot in PG-13 film. They kill a lot of motherfuckers in this film.
Well, it's not even the killing shit to me. One, they open with grimy titty sweat, and then they make the most un-PC jokes throughout the whole film.
Right.
As far as to stereotypically write certain actions of these characters, which I don't have a problem with, because stereotypes do come from fact. Mm-hmm. Not all of them, but they do come from fact, and people like to act like they don't. I don't get that.
Yeah. So, but I say to say, you have moments where Sam Chisholm being a black man, in the Wild West, getting some moments they don't call him nigger, but you can just tell they basically call him nigger with their eyes and their actions, and you can tell, and so
they went to the racism school of acting,
right?
I felt the niggers.
Yeah, so, they do it kind of subtly. So I think, again, for people who find the other films too harsh, I think this will, and again, it's enjoyable. It gets you in there, gets you out. You know exactly what's going on. The action is fast paced. I really enjoyed almost just about everybody. There was nobody whose performance I really didn't enjoy.
I don't think they wasted characters.
No.
There are a lot of men in this film, but they don't all need to speak. They are definitely there just to take ammo in the chest. And the ones that do speak on screen do an amazing job. I thought everybody did. I think the most useless man on screen is old boy tagging along with the female lead.
Oh yeah, I didn't know who he was. The
Mr. Friendzone.
Yeah, Mr. Friendzone.
Yeah, basically. I still don't know what his purpose was.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I'm here to escort her. Why? She can shoot better than you. She more manly than you. Her balls
No,
bigger than yours.
she can shoot. He couldn't shoot.
Yeah, that's right.
You're
yeah,
right. He's a farmer. He's just a lowly
worthless.
farmer.
That was a funny scene when you get a scene where they're trying to teach these farmers how to shoot. I mean, there's a lot of for a film that kills so many people, there are some really fucking funny moments in this film.
There are a whole lot. I mean, it's a dire film.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be real. This whole what they're trying to do, people are not gonna make it. And I like that the film took that into account, even with your heroes.
Mm-hmm.
They not all gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's good. And I don't think they needed to have no huge "don't die on me, big horn" type of scene. It was just like, man, you know what you showed up for.
You know what
you showed like don't die on me, Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you showed up for, man. Like that's if one of these 7 characters dies, the other 6 don't need to have like a funeral service for them during the fucking fight or anything. There doesn't need to be any intimate scene where they have to make up or tie up loose ends and shit. I'm sorry for what happened to us in our past. I hate that we had to meet. It had to end like this, but at least we went out like warriors. So I don't want to see no shit like that.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it cuts all that stuff that people don't like from Western films and cuts them all out, pares them down, and gets it right in there. The villain in this film, Peter Skarsgård's, what is it? Bartholomew.
Oh, that's who that was.
Yeah.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
Mr. It. So I'm waiting for that. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, is he?
Oh, he is. If Skarsgård, I'm pretty fucking sure is Pennywise the clown. I'm 220% sure he is Pennywise the clown, because that name Skarsgård.
Well, there's a couple.
How many Skarsgårds are there?
There's a couple. Yeah, he's not playing. He's not playing that.
Who is Pennywise? Who is the new? Because it is Skarsgård or some shit.
I thought it
is a weird last name.
Yeah, there's a Skarsgård who was in True Blood.
I thought it was the one from.
No,
go ahead.
But wasn't his father an actor though?
Yeah, I thought it was the one from.
Yeah, because he was in like one of the Exorcist movies.
Isn't that?
I thought it was the
Tarzan?
one from. I thought it was the one from not from Tarzan. The one from Hold on, let's see. No, and actually it's it's even spelled differently, so it's not even him.
There you go. So yeah,
never mind.
It's part a little bit different. Yeah.
See, I'm going strictly off names. See, white people gotta stop spelling their last names.
Yeah, no, it's a totally different guy.
He didn't if I had to have a complaint, he didn't get a whole lot of screen time.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Playing basically boss hog. He didn't get a whole lot of screen time, but the screen time he does get is not wasted. Although I do not understand what the whole build up in the beginning was about.
Which build up at the beginning?
They did that for pointless, cheap suspense. The shit with the jar and the tan.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I thought there was a scorpion in that thing.
I was like,
so did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
A
That's
scorpion,
what I'm saying.
a spider.
Did it for cheap suspense. Like, because it was all show. It was all trick. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he does a really good job. And
but it was a hell of an intimidation move.
Oh, it was for sure, because they were scared he was gonna kill the fuck out of that poor child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the one thing you could say, that, but there's still enough people there and enough things going on, enough people die that you get away. And he's evil enough that you're still going, fuck this guy. Like, he's the only person on the film you hate because you're supposed to hate him. Because he's a
piece
bastard.
Of shit.
He's a piece of shit. He's a bastard.
A huge piece of shit.
He is terrible. Yeah, I mean, to me, this again, not the greatest film in the world, but it's like especially with there hasn't been anything really good coming out. This is a really good film.
I think it's a good film to go see this weekend. It's not like you can get a whole bunch of amazing westerns. You had the one that came out a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember what it's called at the moment. You can go see that if you want to. It's still in theaters. You can go see this, but it is what it is, man. Corey.
Yeah.
Well, I'm team go see that shit.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, you know, the only negative I would have is our theater fucked up the screen. They put the projector too close, and so part of the screen was cut off at some points in watching the film. But other than that, man, I really enjoyed. Denzel is, you know, Denzel. And here's the other thing too I was gonna say. All the characters
get over those Uncle Denzel memes.
Yeah, he has to. All the people in this film basically play themselves just as they more than they're playing a character. So Chris Pratt's character, you know, Faraday, is basically Chris Pratt. I mean, he's basically what you expect from Star-Lord and Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just or when he played this character in it was a Jurassic World. He's the comic relief, but there's still some seriousness to him. Like they're all just they mesh together, even though you don't know exactly how they all know each other. They form this bond over this 2 hours, and you're there with them and you enjoy watching it. Hey, Phenom, you back? No, he left because I think he was trying to take care of Cora. I was gonna bring up with Phenom. I'm waiting until he comes back, but I'm beginning to think that Chris Pratt might be have the best role so far coming out of the MCU and the Marvel universe. I don't think anybody else like Chris Hemsworth.
You mean in terms of like getting more serious acting roles, like not getting
more serious acting roles, but actually just having good movies.
Oh,
because Chris Hemsworth gets some terrible fucking movies.
That's Baby Thor, right?
Baby Thor.
No,
that's Thor. Chris, like I'm actually talking about
Liam is Baby Thor.
Yeah, Liam is Baby Thor.
Okay.
I'm talking about the actual male actors out of the Marvel movies. I don't think anybody else has gotten good movies but Chris Pratt. Like Chris Pratt now has 2 good movies under his belt coming after, the MCU. Even Robert Downey Jr. didn't have that movie, The Judge or something like that. That didn't get great reviews. So Chris Pratt
wasn't that good of a film. Chris Evans does his own stuff. I mean, he had Train.
Yeah, he had Snowpiercer. He had Snowpiercer, and he just doesn't do films. He's trying to do more producing and directing. So he has that. So he hasn't even tried. But yeah, Chris Pratt so far, not bad, dude. Not bad. So, all right, out of 10, what would you guys give this film?
I think it's a smooth 7.
Hey, I'm gonna go with a 10.
Oh wow.
Wait, what, a 10? Are you sure you're gonna go with a 10?
I mean, I guess I could take off points because I have to go to the bathroom and then get back in, and motherfuckers wouldn't like raise their seats up so I can get past. But but that's not the movie's fault. I mean, maybe it's just that good. I'll give it a 10 for, incommoding me on my way back to my seat. People were just that invested.
Oh. Okay. That was an explanation.
I do. It was funny though because I watched it. You didn't see it, but I watched her go to the wrong road too, yo. I was waiting on it.
Oh no, I saw it. I definitely saw it. I just didn't say anything. I saw it because I watched her come in, and then I watched her walk past, and I was like, she doesn't know where she's going. So, well, back to the movie. Shit happening. She'll figure it out.
I'd give it a.
I went up an extra row and I saw Chris waving at me.
Because I was like, I don't want you to walk all the way down through the row, then realize you were in the wrong. That would have been
Well, hell, it would have been easier if I had. Shit, it would have been easier going past the empty seats behind us than it was the people that either wouldn't get up, slide their knees to the side, so I could, walk on past. But that's cool. I'm not bitter or anything.
No, you're not bitter at all. Not bitter at all.
Sorry, it was just mad inconsiderate. That's just all. That's all.
You're right. You're right.
I'm not saying that it's, I'm not saying it's not.
Yo, speak your
I'm
truth.
also not gonna say it's not mad inconsiderate to you deciding to go to the bathroom when you're in the middle of the aisle. Sometimes you just gotta hold it. Gotta be a soldier.
Well, it wasn't happening like that. There are contingencies.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Other people don't care. I'm just saying, other people don't care. I don't understand like women understand, but I understand. I understand.
They could have been, nice.
I would give this a 7. So we're gonna round this to an 8 total for this review. But seriously, go see this movie. It's really fun. Even though we spent most of this review talking about things that weren't involved in this movie, it is fun. It's good.
I like the fact that Antoine Fuqua is getting better at shooting gritty films, which he always shoots gritty films.
Right. Jesus, everyone in this movie needed a good shower.
Well, I mean, gritty is in like the tone of the actual screen and everything. Not to mention the cinematography, the wide shots of them riding across the land and the desert and shit for days were beautiful shots. And then the actual action scene, the gunfight scenes,
are amazing. Were
done really well. And you had old boy running around with the knives, slicing everybody up. He did a really good job at displaying why these 7 motherfuckers were magnificent. So I thought it was a good film, man. I thought it was a clean, strong 7.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would go see this film and come out upset. Like, I don't see how that happens.
I don't know. It's in the 5s now. It's in the high 5s on Rotten Tomatoes, which is, I think critics going, it's not better than the other 2.
Well, that's also because it's got a diverse cast, so there's that. So
yeah, listen. We haven't done that review yet.
Yeah, okay. I know. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up now. Yeah, so go see this movie, guys. Fuck the reviews. It's a good film. I don't understand why they're. Oh, it really is, and it's really at 59%.
It's at 59 or something right now.
What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, go see this fucking film.
I don't know, bro.
Don't listen to them. Go see this film. It's a great film. Really enjoy it. I don't see how you come out and not have fun. Like, when I hear things like that, and I've been in the theater and. Like, there have been times when I've heard people laugh in a movie, and I'm like, this movie's terrible. Why are people laughing? People laughed in this film. They weren't laughing because it was a terrible joke or anything like that. They were laughing because it was actually a good moment, and they actually damn it funny. It was funny moments, and they were funny moments that broke up really, really serious, depressing things. Like, you got to realize this is a suicide mission. They're really going on here, right? They take them as, and then when you find out why Sam Chisholm decided to do this in the first place. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you needed a black guy to do this film. You needed a black guy to do this film. I'm gonna leave it there. Go see this fucking film. So
yeah. Also, if you're rating it comparatively against the originals, I listen. I know people like westerns, but there are a lot of problems with old western films. There are a lot of problems with those films. So don't even try to act like them shits was perfect because they were not.
No. Nope. All right, well, there you guys have it. That was a review for The Magnificent 7. Check the rest of our reviews out on movietrailerreviews.net or on mtrnetwork.net. Search for MTR Network or Movie Trailer Reviews on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. And we'll talk to you guys later. Until next time, we're out of here. Peace.